Hello, everyone. Today is Sunday, January 23rd, 2022. Nigeria jihadists kidnapped 20 children in Borno State, residents say. This article is taken from Voice of America. Jihadists killed 2 people and kidnapped 20 children in Nigeria's Borno State, where Islamist militants are waging a more than decade-long insurgency, a community leader and residents said Friday. Thursday's assault on Piyemi village took place near Chibok town, where 8 years ago Boko Haram jihadists abducted more than 200 schoolgirls in an attack that sparked an international outcry. Fighters from the Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP, stormed Piyeme on Thursday afternoon, killing 2 men and seizing 13 girls and 7 boys, according to the residents and the community leader. The ISWAP militants dressed in military uniforms started shooting and looting shops in the village and setting homes on fire, they said. They shot dead 2 people and took away 13 girls and 7 boys aged between 12 and 15, local resident Samson Bulus told AFP by phone. The militants who attacked from nearby Sambisa forest herded the 20 kidnapped children into a truck they seized from the village and drove them into the forest, said resident Silas John. Military officials were not immediately available to comment on the attack, but a local Chibok government official confirmed the attack without giving details. A community leader also gave similar details about the jihadist assault and the abducted children. This attack was the third in recent days and underscores the risks villages around Chibok face from jihadists, said Ayuba Alamson, the community leader from Chibok. Thursday's kidnapping came as Nigeria struggles with a string of abduction for ransom attacks on schools by criminal gangs over the last year in its northwestern states. About 1,500 school children were seized last year in 20 mass kidnappings in schools across the region, with 16 students losing their lives, according to the UN Children Welfare Agency, UNICEF. Most of the hostages were released after negotiations with the criminal gangs known locally as bandits, but some are still in captivity in forest hideouts. Following Thursday's raid, residents said they returned to Piyemi village Friday after spending the night in the bush to escape the ISWAP attackers. The jihadists razed part of the village, including a church, and they burned 10 vehicles in the 3-hour-long attack, said resident John. Troops have been stationed in Chibok since the infamous 2014 schoolgirl abduction, but deadly jihadist raids continue in the area, with the militants launching attacks from their nearby forest enclaves. ISWAP, which split from Boko Haram in 2016, seized Sambisa Forest from rival Boko Haram following the death of Boko Haram's leader Abu Bakr Shekau in May in clashes between the two factions. More than 40,000 people have been killed and more than 2 million people displaced by the jihadist conflict in the northeast of Nigeria. And this is a very difficult insurgency to defeat because we're dealing with a very large area, and and the villages. I'm assuming there are many villages. So if you provide security for one village or several villages, they're just going to find the one that it doesn't have any security. But I think at the very least, since schools seem to be the main target, although they do attack villages too, and we'll deal with that later. But since schools are the main target, every school should have security, armed security guards. Military actually should take up this role. And what probably needs to happen is these schools need to be consolidated so that you can use as few security personnel as possible. And so you're going to need these humongous schools, but when the security forces provide the 360, what we call 360 degree security, they will be able to keep the insurgents out. So they will not be able to kidnap boys and girls, especially girls, it seems. But that's the first order of business, I think. And then we can deal with them attacking villagers in a different manner.